honor the natural order of all life.
Of all life.
Nature has an inherent natural order. Sometimes I understand it and sometimes I don't. Yet still, I rest assured in the perfection and order of natural systems. I am part of that divine order, as are all beings. I open myself to thinking and acting in ways that are in harmony with the natural order of the universe. When I look at just a part of what is happening in my life, I may not see the perfection. Instead, I try to see each event and situation as part of a greater whole and trust that it fits perfectly in the scheme of my life and in the scheme of all of our lives, I hope. How does that fit in with what you might be going through right now? And how can we use this affirmation to help us feel like things are going well?
I've just been participating in this wonderful online weekend of a launching of a film called The Village of Lovers, and it's about the Tamara community in Portugal. And they are committed to peace in the world in every way, inner peace through deep looking inward, through relationship with all beings. They have a special relation to water there in Portugal, and to the animals, the boars and the rats on the land, and with love and sexuality and partnership. And yet they do a lot of political work. Not yet. And they do a lot of political work. That's how they got started. And, they were political and environmental activists like I was, and probably you guys too, Dean and Dudley, in the 70s and 60s. And so I just really resonate with them. And so I was so inspired that I sent my son, some of you have heard about my son, who's 39, an invitation to do this wonderful seminar, online seminar they're about to do on healing the patriarchy, the dominant power structure. And I know that's really affected him in his life and made him let's say, resigned. So I thought he could really use it and would really cherish it. And once again, I got a really great comeuppance. He wasn't nasty to me, but he read it, and it was so clear that he's so not there. I mean, he's in some kind of a weird science fiction dystopian future, that he's living into, and it's like so different from me. And before the last couple of months, in fact, I think even the last time I was on here, I think it was 2 months ago, right? I was still in deep grief that there was this schism between us, and that, there was just no connection or understanding. And now I'm seeing it as the cosmic joke on me. And that, it's a reality check for me, because, why should he be into what I think is so right on and true? So I've just gotten, but it's funny, I guess, because I got caught up in it again, oh, maybe I could connect with him in this way. Maybe I could help him, fix him, So anyway, I'm laughing at myself. So I think this really applies, this affirmation.
Well, for sure. It's about acceptance of the perfection of it all, and not necessarily what we think is what we want right at the moment.
Right.
Yeah. I know my dear daughter, one of my daughters, is struggling for things, and I just feel like if I could just give her the information, she would help her. But she has to find her own way. And what I've kind of come up with is just to trust that she will find her way. I want to contribute in any way I can, but just to know that it's not up to me. She's a being who is connected with the divine as much as we all are. And so I just, that's my prayer. And I can't fix her or help her. I mean, I try. How about this? How about that? What if you, no, so that's, it didn't work that way. So I just am praying, my prayer, I prayed to the moon last night. My prayer is that, she'll find her path and it'll work out, and all the things that, she needs will come her way. And that it's not my job to do it necessarily, but I don't know. Anybody else have anything they want to add? I know we're a bunch of moms here struggling, several of us are struggling with our kids and hoping we wanted to all be happy. So
what is the prayer? The Christian grant me the serenity, to accept what I don't know. I don't know the exact phrase. I can't remember the exact phrasing of it, but I think it's, we're only alive so long. There's only so much battery. There's only so much psychic and emotional energy, and we can want a different outcome that just really has nothing to do with the natural order of things, the way things, truly are. We may wish for it to be different, or struggle, or fight against it. And that kind of, it delays. Then you're like in your own loop. You're kind of in your own loop, and it kind of delays either the acceptance of it, or dealing with it, or just giving any energy to it that, whatever you're, I guess it's a confrontation too, right? You're confronting something. You're maybe confronting the inevitable, and I don't know. It's just time better spent to say, okay, this is what's happening, and deal. Like I'm gonna roll with it, and as opposed to continue to labor over it, and you're kind of creating another problem for yourself by not accepting it. You're kind of doubling down on what's happening by resisting it, and adding another layer of something to deal with. Yeah, I do it daily. I run through that daily. I think this particular one comes up a lot. Yeah, it just helps to let go of it.
who else?
Do better work.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
It strikes me that all of these, for this particular meeting, they support each other. And if I honor the natural order of life, I accept change, and I take responsibility for the part I play. So every one of those is a challenge to being human. We want to manipulate. We want it to go a certain way, especially if we think it's better for other people. But that taking, my body reflects my choices, reflects my thoughts. The natural order of things is that my body does reflect my choices and my thoughts. And for me to think there's some outside influence, even genetics, that is making me a victim, instead of accepting this is a law of life, and play your part in harmony with life, and you will get the natural order in harmony with yourself. So that's what I take from this, is to play my own part in harmony, just like you do. You guys play in harmony. But if one of you is off, you both are probably cringing while you play. And that's how I feel in life. When I'm off, I cringe. And the natural reaction is, who did that? What out here caused that? Or what from my past? Oh, it's when I was wounded when I was 6, that's why. And all of that is just victimhood, and not taking responsibility, which I know we're coming to, is a gift that we can respond. It's a gift. And it feels like this heavy burden sometimes. But it's part of that natural order too. So that's my 2 cents.
And you brought up something that has occurred to me too, as I'm pondering my own, relationship with my family in general, but specifically my daughter, and that I don't want to see her as a victim. And I want to encourage her to not see herself as a victim, because I think that's how she feels a bit, that this has happened. Life is happening to her and it's not working out the way she wants it to. But I think that's the big deal that we all have to realize, is that we are not victims. We are not victims. And if we see ourselves that way, then we will be victims, and then the life will happen to us and we won't enjoy it, and it won't be so hot and it won't be so great. So not being a victim, boy, that's a big one. Yeah.